Well, taking a look at your top story, the university campuses across South Africa are relatively calm this morning. Wits University has suspended all activities for the rest of the week after yesterday's protest, which saw police clash with the students. And yesterday there were violent scenes at Wits when students and security guards threw stones at each other as protesters tried to enter Solomon Muhrangu House. The 31 Wits students arrested yesterday were released early this morning. Student leaders have convened a mass meeting to plan a way forward for the Fees Must Fall movement. Meanwhile, in a statement released late last night, the Wits senior executive team said, and I quote, "Considering the safety of our staff and students, we, the senior executive team of the University of Witwatersrand, in consultation with the chairperson of council, have taken the decision to suspend all university activities for the rest of the week." Wits University management have slammed the behaviour of the private security company hired to protect the campus. The Vice-Chancellor of Wits, Adam Habib, has said, and I quote, "The violence was shocking. The breakdown in the discipline of the private security must be condemned and will be investigated. But the intimidation and violence of some student protesters must also be criticised. Too many students and staff have been threatened."
In reviewing the footage from yesterday, I was there myself yesterday in the afternoon, and it's absolutely unacceptable for anyone to throw stones, particularly security staff, at the students. So we are reviewing that, and we will take that up with the company involved. We will have a full report later today. But from our stand, it's absolutely unacceptable, and it goes against everything that we believe in as a university and a society.
For the rest of our comrades to come to the Great Hall stairs, where we will be meeting to finalize our plan of action for the day. We have a plan of action that moves from campus and into Braamfontein. At this point in time, specifically for Wits students, we have not agreed as to whether we will be marching to Luthuli House because of our previous history with Luthuli House, having gone there already last year. We still need to evaluate how effective it is for us to go to Luthuli House and what exactly we will be getting once we're there. I mean, we also condemn the violence. We have always mentioned from the beginning of last year, we said that this is a non-violent protest and movement. But if they are going to look at the footage, I hope that they also recognize that the private security that they have employed to come here and supposedly protect students is the one that is actually being violent. The violence that occurred in front of the Great Hall was spiked by private security when they started beating up students. Students were just defending themselves accordingly, and that is something that we do not regret one bit. We have 2 students that are in hospital at the moment because of the altercation, because of being assaulted by private security when we were peacefully trying to enter Solomon House. So if the university is trying to point fingers, they need to start with private security.
We do know from the Wits University management that the university has been closed down for this whole week. However, the cafeteria area as well as the residences, it's still open, but students, the academics have been called off for until Friday at least. That's what Sharon Patel did say in her statement this morning. But we must also remember what happened here yesterday in this Great Hall. From our visuals, we'll show you this whole area yesterday was it was a war zone between the students as well as the private securities that was here, private securities as well as the university security guards here, where the windows and the doors of this Great Hall were shattered when the war broke out between the securities and the students, pelting stones and bricks at each other, which ended up hurting at least 2 students badly. And the student leadership did mention that the students are still in the hospital while private security escaped without any injuries here. However, the Vice-Chancellor of this university, you must remember, Adam Habib, on his Twitter has gone on to express his disappointment on what occurred here yesterday, stating that he condones the violence of students and the private security guards who retaliated by throwing the same stones and bricks that was hurled at them. So these are the updates that we're getting so far, but the students will be having a mass meeting later towards the day.